Daily Mirror, Lambert Parong, Kabayan Network, Rina Rose Sabayan, Jersey Journal, Nanding Mendez of Philippine Fiesta in America, Maribel Montebon of OSM Magazine, Fiorello Salvo, radio broadcaster of WFGF radio station, and Mr. Philemon Taino for some videos and photos. Of course, we would like to acknowledge our sponsors, Dr. Hogan Dumo, Mr. Nanding Mendez, Eduardo de la Cruz, Dr. Mario Brizuela, Sir Roger Santos, Arnau Binlayo for our flags. Maraming salamat po. And Jerry Bardonada and Jerica Lunston and Miss Jito Puno for the graphic design of our caravan. Okay, once again, kailangan lang po natin ng record. Sa mga hindi pa nakapag-register, please register po sa individual sa kami ng ibang komisyon. Saka dun sa mga sasakyan na iwan yung naka-auto blinker. Marami pong sasakyan, ayaw natin mag-charge. May charger yan.
Okay. Po yung mga sasakyan nyo, may naka-blinker pa dyan.
Yes. So we just wanna make sure na hindi siya mag-discharge. Okay. Miss Laura here. Okay. Wait lang po Hindi lang natin.
Hello. Wait lang po. The music.
Sasakyan po itong pula.
Ayan, may naka-blinker. Nasasakyan itong pupula. Sana po dami kong bitbit. Okay. Okay, so to start our program, we would like to call a special number she's an actor in New York, singer, host. She performed in numerous theater productions all over the U.S., including Miss Saigon, for which she won a Broadway Work Denver Award for Best Actress. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our very own Miss Laura Nicholas Arias. And singing with me is no?
Cute.
Gusto mo yung mask? Hinanap na ba?
Post po kayo sa live stream, Facebook, live stream nyo.
umiiyak sa dusa. Kayang sakdal dilag, ang ibag nasang makalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, langit na aking nakita, makita kang sakdalaya. Dilag, ang dilag nasang nakaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, tulad ng luha ko't dalita. Aking anita, makita kang sakdalaya. Maraming salamat po. Isa po itong malalim na awit para sa ating lahat ng mga Pilipino. Tuwing kinakanta to talagang hindi ko mapigilan sarili ko, pero naiiyak ako na nagkaroon tayo ng kalayaan. So ngayon, nandito tayong lahat para ipagpatuloy na makamit natin ang ating kalayaan bilang mga Pilipino. So, for our next part of the program, we would like to call in the committee chairperson of our Pink Caravan for Leni. We would like to call on our executive chairperson, United Filipinos of North America, Ms. Nida Gonzalez-Chan. Ms. Juju Cano, overall event committee chairperson. And I would like to call on Ms. Angelita De Leon Peña, community outreach person from the Columbia Association of the Eastern Seaboard, USA. Also, we would like to call on Mr. Manuel Caballero, advertising and media committee chairperson. Okay. And next one is Ms. Rosita Jimenez Flanagan, registration committee chairperson. Next one is Yves, our motorcade logistics committee chairperson. Very good. And yours truly, for the fellowship committee chairperson. So, Tita.
Maraming pong salamat sa inyo lahat and I'd like to thank Commissioner Aday and Councilman Lavaro for supporting us all the way from the very beginning to this time. And for all of you, so thank you all, and we have to continue the support for our Vice President Leni Robredo, the only person who can lead our country at this time. So we have to really work hard. It's a tough battle, but God is with us. Thank you.
I'd like to call everyone, lahat ng kaibigan, pamilya sa Pilipinas and all over the world. We have to encourage to vote. Hindi yung tatahimik lang tayo magreklamo, but we need to vote. Vote, vote, vote. In behalf of this committee, pinasasalamatan ko si Nida, si Manny sa media, at saka yung team niya na sila Don Tagala, Lambert Parong, Rina Sibayan, si Climon Taino,
Leni Robredo is from Naga City. She's being presented here by the where she graduated from high school. Ateneo Binaga. Nasaan kayo? Mga members ng Bicolandia Association. And also, I like to thank, all the committees, the Filipino outreach committees for helping me spread this affair. I think Wesley Dariliano, my co-chair, Edwin Joshua, Bing Gabriel, Debbie Gatan, and Bridget Revillesa. And we'd like also to call on the Ambassador, Cecil Rebong. Where are you, Cecil? And Ambassador Bernie Garcia. Thank you for all your support in inviting all of these people we have here today. Let's go pink, pink, pink. Okay, thank you all for being here. And those who hasn't been registered, please come forward. We have a table on the side. Magpa-register po tayo para we will be accounted for. Thank you very much for your support and we will stand together.
Hello po. Similarly, salamat po sa lahat ng mga nag-organize. Let's stay true to the vision of VP Leni that this is a people's campaign. No, lahat po tayo ay involved. No? Kaya again, yung inuulit po namin, hindi po dito nagtatapos ang ating pagsasama-sama. Ina-encourage po namin kayo na alam namin na galing pa kayo sa ibang mga counties, ibang cities. No? We need to spread, no, the pink revolution in your counties, and we need to reach every Filipino, no, in the other parts of New Jersey and the other parts of the United States. No, this coming election 2022, no, sabi rito, nasa 30% lang daw ng mga Pilipinong registered voters ang nagka-cast ng kanilang vote. No, so malaking hamon po sa ating lahat ito na itaas, no, yung voting rate ng mga Pilipino dito sa US. No, so makakaasa po ba kami sa inyong lahat na magtutulong-tulong tayo na talunin si Duterte sa 2022? Makakaasa po ba tayo na lahat tayo ay tutulong para mag-outreach sa ating mga kababayan para bumoto? Yes! Alright, so yun, maraming salamat po.
I'd like, Manny Caballero po. I'd like to thank all the members of the Philippine press from New York na nandito. And I'd like to thank the members of my committee. First, it's Rina Rose Sibayan, the chief photographer of the Jersey Journal. Andiyan po nakita natin. Multi-awarded photographer. Ngayon, kasama ko rin sa committee yung acting bagong lugaw king ng New Jersey, si Eduardo de la Cruz. Nandiyan ko si Ed. Yung si Roger Santos, wala po, inyatid si Tricia. Si Nick Rexio, ang ating graphic artist. Si Pilimon Taino. Kung natatandaan nyo, si Eric Taino, yung tennis court player ng araw, tennis player. Tatay po ni Eric. Yes! Ang nag-videographer natin. Ayun. Meron pa ba akong na-miss sa committee, sa media, na... So again, salamat po sa inyo. Bakit si Leni? As far as I'm concerned, dalawang bagay lang po. Kung bakit siya ang pinili ko, and I think she's the most intelligent choice among all the candidates in the Philippines today. Number one, nakita po natin she is a strong woman who can make things happen. Nakita na po natin yan the last 6 years. And number two, she is one leader who can make other people do what otherwise they will not do. This is the trait of an effective leader. Yan po. At walang ibang nakakagawa niya. Nakita po natin yung kanyang mga ginawa ng pandemic. Sa online lang, nag-appeal, nakapag-raise ng 65 million pesos. At ibinili ng mga face masks at mga ibinala at pinamigay sa mga ospital sa buong Pilipinas. At hindi lang yun na ginawa niya. Alam po natin lahat yan. Kaya tayo nandito. Kaya gaya ng sabi ni Ibes, Brother Ibes, ikampanya po ninyo sa inyong mga kamag-anak sa Pilipinas. Nagbibiro nga kami kanina, takutin ninyo na hindi nyo papadala ng pera pag hindi bilang kasi. Pag hindi binoto yan lahat eh. Joke lang po yun. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po once again to the committee chairperson of Laban Bayan Pink Caravan for Leni. Pwede pa tayo mag-cheer. So sasabihin ko, Laban Bayan. Sama-sama tayo! Laban Bayan! Sama-sama tayo! Laban Bayan! Very good. So now for our next guest speaker, we would like to call in our very own Filipino-American Jersey City Councilman Rolando Navarro.
Thank you, Mira. Good morning. Good morning. I'll be very brief. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Let me say a couple of thank yous first and foremost. Thank you to our Jersey City Police Department for their police officers who provided the escort. If you could give them a round of applause. Thank you, JCPD. I want to thank County Parks for hosting us and the Sheriff's Office for their Sheriff's officers who are on duty. And that was all possible because Commissioner Bill O'Day, who financially sponsored those Sheriff's officers. Thank you, Commissioner. So I just want to say, if I as a local politician, I tend to stay out of international affairs. Right? My job is about making sure the garbage gets picked up, the streets are safe, that you have a good quality of life around here, and so I tend to stay out of that. And but some young folks, organizations, New Jersey for the Philippine Human Rights Act, Migrante, Anak Bayan, and Gabriela, New Jersey, all approached me and let me know about some issues that are going on in the Philippines. And this Wednesday, if you didn't know, the City Council is sponsoring a resolution. There are flyers like this that are being passed around, if you got that. And I'll be sponsoring a resolution in support of human rights defenders of the Philippines who have the courage to speak out and speak about the human rights violations and atrocities that have been going on in the Philippines pre-pandemic, and even now, even more so during this COVID global pandemic. And then also endorsing the Philippine Human Rights Act, which will put some pressure on the Philippines to ensure that those human rights defenders are protected, but also that we suspend or cease those human rights violations in the Philippines as well. Yes, give it a round of applause. So I encourage you all to come to the City Council meeting. It's a virtual City Council meeting. You don't even have to physically show up. You just have to log in and to speak and share your support and your concern to the City Council members, letting them know that it's important. And why is that important? What I learned from those groups, as I said, is that you have a U.S. citizen by the name of Brandon Lee from San Francisco who came there speaking in support of communities in the Philippines, and he found himself brutally beaten and is still recovering from those wounds and that beating that he took back in San Francisco now. And then I'm sure you all know Maria Ressa, right? Yeah. Everyone knows of Maria Ressa, the renowned reporter, journalist, and a Nobel Peace Prize winner, who was jailed for calling out all of the human atrocities, again, violations, and exposing of the Duterte administration currently. So that resolution is important. I hope you'll come out and support that. Lastly, I'm going to say this, is that the Philippines is a little under, I believe, 80 years its democracy has been granted its independence from the United States. It's still a very young democracy, and so elections matter. One thing I can tell you, whether it's here in Jersey City locally, or across the globe, or anywhere in democracy, elections matter, and coming out to vote matters. And so you have an opportunity with Vice President Leni to be able to continue to build on the democracy of the Philippines. It may not look perfect, but as people, politicians are fond of saying here in America, we're always trying to achieve that perfect union here in the United States. And I think that's the same for the Philippines as well. So everybody should come out and vote, and Leni provides the best opportunity to continue the sort of change and to be able to empower the people of the Philippines. And so I want you to know that I stand with you and all Filipinos in support of Vice President Leni as well. Thank you all. Thank you. Yeah.
Maraming salamat sa Rolando Lavaro. So now we would like to call in a person who's been there for us ever since I've been here in the U.S. I've been seeing him supporting Filipino-American community. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hudson County Commissioner, Mr. Bill O'Day.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We had this yesterday. None of us would have had jackets on. Can't believe how much the weather's changing one day. Look, I'm proud to stand here with you. I was proud to support even financially this event. Democracy is the most important thing, and as are human rights. And I know that you're here supporting a candidate who looks to move the Philippines forward, not go back. And it's important to move forward and make progress and be progressive. So I'm here to support that. And as Dr. Martin Luther King said, no action is too radical when you are right. So you're right, and you need to work hard, you need to mobilize, you need to go do these every week, even if they're little Philippine coffee shops on West Side Avenue. Like today should just be the start of your movement, not one and done. Every day, every week, identify every individual in this country who should go vote and make sure they exercise that citizenship and vote, because from everything I've heard, this is a very, very critical election. And Leni has stood for what she believes and suffered, from what I understand, for what she believed, even had power stripped away from her. You can't stand idly by for things like that. You need to stand up, you need to speak up, you need to mobilize. And I see here that you got a great group to do that, and I'm proud to be here to support you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Bill O'Day. Okay, sama-sama tayo! Laban bayan! Sama-sama tayo! Laban bayan! Okay, and now our next speaker, we would like to call in one of our members of United Filipinos of North America, Mr. Romeo Ramos, our treasurer. Nasaan po kayo? Ayan! Hello po.
Yep, good afternoon, everyone. Let Leni live. Yep, I'm here because for the love of country, Philippines, and I could I could ignore what's happening in the Philippines because we're living here comfortably, right? But the thing is that every day we still have that longing of having a Philippines wherein it's free from corruption, free from atrocities, wherein equality and justice prevail. And that's the reason why I'm here. And also, I hope that you enjoyed my puto, the pink puto, and the biko that I did. For the love of you. And biko, yep. Thank you for coming.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Treasurer, ang ating treasurero. Okay, so now, we would like to call in Filipino-American community leaders, and we would like to start with Ambassador Cecile Rebong. Is she still here? Ambassador, nasan po kayo? Okay, I think she went home. So how about let's call in Ambassador Petronilla Garcia. Yay! Is she here? Still here? Okay. Oh, thank you po. Nandito po sila earlier. So maraming salamat po once again for joining us at sa pagsuporta
Ambassador Cecil Ribong, and Ambassador Petronila Garcia. Maraming salamat po. And now, ang ating ever supportive. Ladies and gentlemen, no further ado. Global Filipinos for Leni. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Attorney Loida Nicholas Lewis.
Maraming salamat. At isang malakas na palakpakan sa ating committee members. Very good job. And para sa inyo, for being here on this cold day, palakpak sa inyo. Merong lumapit sa akin, Loida, Ate Loida, saan ka pwedeng magbigay ng pera? Sabi ko, don't send it to me, don't send it to Leni, but send it to your people in the Philippines and tell them, lugaw kayo, lugawan at Kiko man. Bakit ko sinasama si Kiko? Dahil sa 6 years is not enough for good governance. We need 12 years para ang ating mga institution become strong. So, sabi ni Leni, meron sila pero wala ako. Anong ibig nyo sabihin? Ang dami-daming pera ng kalaban. Billion money they were preparing for this election. But Leni doesn't have any money. Sino? Pero sabi niya, meron ako, wala sila. At ano ang ibig sabihin ni Leni? Meron siyang mga volunteers pareho ninyo. Yay! Tayo ang kayamanan ni Leni. So lahat tayong narito nakikinig sa akin, thank you. Narito ang kapatid ni Jessie Robredo. Justin! Thank you. Ibig kong sabihin, huwag na kayong titingin, ayun si Loida, ayun si Leni. No, tomorrow kayo, you point one finger there, 3 fingers are pointing at you. Kayo ang kayamanan ni Leni. So lahat tayo, isipin ninyo, sino ang mga relatives nyo, pinsan, girlfriends, boyfriends sa Pilipinas. Tawagan ninyo sa Viber, sa Messenger, libre yon. And tell them, oh, anong nangyayari dyan? Sino ang babatungan nyo? And you have to talk. Tayo ay very personal. Kailangan nakatelepono. And convince them. And once you convince them, sabihin nyo, maglugaw kayo dyan so that you go to the innermost section of the barangay. Yung mga laylayan na sinasabi ni Leni, na hindi walang iPhone, walang cellphone, walang radyo lamang, maybe na television. So bawat isa sa inyo, don't look to somebody else. Don't look towards me. Look to yourself. You are the people power. Start the people power in your own town, in your own barrio, in your own barangay. So that we have 150 days lang. We have only 5 months. But if we come together, we are powerful. Yes! We can change government. We can change what is now in the Philippines na nakakasakit ng puso. Dahil sa ang ating nakikita nyo at nakikinig kayo, ang paghihirap ng mga talagang mga sinasabi natin DNA, but they are not DNA. They are Filipino. They are our brothers and sisters. And they are poor because of corruption. Ang dami-daming nakaw ng Duterte at ng Marcos. Sabi nila, don't put the sin of the father to the son. No! Ang bunga ba ng bayabas magiging mangga? No! Kung ano ang puno, siyang bunga. So isipin na lang nyo kung nangyari nung Marcos. Marcos Jr. is running and they are showing him as if he's not done anything wrong. The family has billions of dollars around the world. At pag naging siyang presidente, akin na yan. Because the government of Switzerland, United States, Germany, they said, until the government says it is okay, we will not release the money. And that's what, $10 billion? 20, 30, $40 billion ang nasa labas. Para sa atin yun. 1965, Marcos became president. 1965, Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew became president. 1965, Syngman Rhee in Korea became president. But because they did not steal Singapore is First Nation now. South Korea is First Nation now. Pilipinas, bulok pa rin. Sick man of Asia. Umakyat tayo ng konti kay Pinoy. Ito, Duterte, ang ating utang dumoble. Babayaran ng ating mga kaibigan sa Pilipinas, ng ating mga kababayan, forever and ever. Pareho ng bayad natin kay mga ninakaw ni Marcos. So, bawat isa sa inyo, I am calling on you all. Kayo ang kayamanan ni Leni. Tawagan nyo ang inyong mga kaibigan, mga relatives sa Pilipinas, and they should start lugaw. Sino yung nagbigay ng lugaw dito? Salamat, salamat. Malaking palakpakan para sa kanya. So, lahat tayo, isip-isipin natin, okay, Leni will not win without us, without you. And sa Pilipinas ang labanan, 65 million ang registered voters. Dito sa Amerika, sa Europe, sa Southeast Asia, 1 million lang tayong registered. But, lahat tayo nagpapadala ng pera sa Pilipinas. Okay? Sabihin nyo, wala kayong pamasko. Pag hindi kayo bumoto kay Leni. No, but honestly, nasa atin, God gave us the benefit to be here in America. That we are living well, that we can eat 3 times a day kung gusto natin, 5 times pa rin. But, ang ating mga kababayan sa Pilipinas, nakakasakit ng puso na tayo ay maligaya dito, subalit sila ay naghihirap. Hindi pa kayo naiiyak niyan? Hindi pa kayo naiiyak? Na dahil sa mga kagabitan, dahil because of the greed of our leaders, ninanakaw ang kayamanan ng Pilipinas. Lalo na si Dennis Uy, kinuha ang malampaya ng walang puhunan. That is the kind of government that we have. So I am asking all of you, you are people power. You are the wealth of Leni. Kaya lahat tayo, Leni! 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 And we need 12 years. So Kiko as Vice President. Kiko! 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 Maraming salamat. Thank you. Salamat po!
Maraming salamat po, Tita Loida. Okay. So, susunod na po tayo, no? May we call on Ms. Linda Lecuero Arellano from the Our Lady of Peña Plaza Devotee Association.
I'm young again. What's that? I'm young again. Go ahead.
You're a hard act to follow. Why do I have to come after you?
I didn't recognize you.
I knew I was going to come after you, so I prepared a long speech.
So, as Amira said, my name is Linda Requejo, Linda, right? From something, Linda Requejo Arellano. So, I was invited to speak on behalf of the members of 2 very strong Bicolano organizations in the area, the Our Lady of Peña Francia Devotees Association and the Bicolandia Association of the Eastern Seaboard. Oragon, you're right, Oragon. Our members, under the leadership of Miss Lita Peña, together with our former Consul General Cecil Rabong, we're really making initial plans to hold a pink caravan when I heard from Miss Annie Sales and my sister-in-law Belen Arellano that one was in the works, right? Under our newfound friends, Nida Gonzalez-Chan and Jojo Conol. Right? So being it is for the same cause, Lita Peña and I volunteered to help out. So parang isa lang tayo. Right?
Thank you.
The same cause. So personally, I am joyfully jumping up and down feeling with pride that someone who grew up in an ordinary way in Naga City, where I come from, went to the same school that I did, the Universidad de Santa Isabel, where Jessie Robredo was a 1 year, not Jessie, Jocelyn Robredo, 1 year ahead of me and my twin sister at the Santa Isabel, graduated from, right? And a lot of us Bicolanos who are here today, here from the Colegio de Santa Isabel, now called the Universidad de Santa Isabel. And like Belen, my sister-in-law, who is a classmate of Leni, and my niece Beck. Well, her children, who also went to the same school, were my younger sister's children's competitors in academic honors. Niyay, my niece, was in competition with Jillian. Trisha is a friend, although she is 1 year older than Mayan, my niece as well, is a friend of Mayan, right? So her mom, Mrs. at that time before she got married to Mr. Herona, was already a teacher at Santa Isabel, and we're our teachers, Sally Santo Tomas, right? The Santo Tomas hail from my hometown, Canacman, and that's where the relationship comes from. My auntie and Sally Santo Tomas are cousins. So at one of the functions in Naga where I was an attendee, then Mayor Jessie Robredo came up on stage. Nagmano sa akin, nagmano dun sa kapatid ko who was also sitting at the time as the mayor of Canacman, and then said to us, sabi ni Leni, magpinsan daw tayo, kaya nagmamano ako. That was Jessie's words. So I beam with pride that someone, because of her track record, her transparency in government, strength in character, and love of humankind, has brought herself to a place only a chosen few can be. Right? So if I can capture in one sentence the reason why we are gathered here this afternoon, it is because we are all extremely enthusiastic in the fact that there is a very viable leader that can change the tone of governance in our beloved country, the Philippines. So, ladies and gentlemen, only you can make that change. For love of country, please let Leni lead. Thank you. Maraming salamat po. Pakianak lang po. Yeah. So, wag mo na po tayong aalis, no? Meron tayong special mensahe galing po kay Vice President Leni Robredo. She sent this to my family, and I am sharing this with you.
Maraming salamat sa tiwala at suporta ninyo. Ramdam na ramdam ko, hindi lang yung suporta ninyo, kundi yung pagmamahal ninyo sa bayan natin. Mahaba-haba pa ang biyaheng ito, pero wala akong duda. Sa pinagsama-sama nating lakas, makakarating tayo hanggang dulo. Kaya sige lang, tuloy lang tayo. Lumabas sa nakasanayan at intindihin ang pinanggagalingan ng kahit sinong kausap. Madaling makipagdebate, mas radikal ang mahal. Ipakita sa bawat sila ang pinaglalaban dahil mahal natin sila. Simula pa lang ito ng ating dahil kasama namin kayo, abot kamay natin ang ating mga pangarap. Maraming salamat, mag-iingat kayo dyan at mabuhay kayo lahat.
Yes, and 1Sambayan, thank you so much. Without your coaxing, we will not be able to get this video. Yeah, maraming salamat po. And now we would like to call in 1Sambayan USA, Shirley Atienza. Meron pa po tayong group picture, ha?
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. My name is Shelly Atienza, the 1Sambayan Northeast Coordinator. What is 1Sambayan? 1Sambayan is a broad coalition of democratic forces representing the broad spectrum of legitimate political persuasions in the Philippines. It aims to usher in a competent, trustworthy administration in the May 2022 national elections. By fielding a single state slate of national candidates from the President, Vice President, and 12 senatorial candidates. Sambayan, we in Sambayan stand firm behind VP Leni and her presidential bid in the 2022 national elections. We are one in our fight to regain our country's democracy and integrity in governance. Sambayan believes that VP Leni is the only presidential candidate suited to fight for the welfare of the Filipino people and lead the Philippines towards genuine change. Leni Robredo is the only candidate that can truly fulfill a people's agenda, a platform that reflects the change that the Filipino people crave after years. A platform that will uphold the sacred right of suffrage through fair, clean, and honest elections, to unite against corruption, uphold the rule of law and respect of human rights, defend sovereign rights and territorial integrity, promote social justice and peace anchored on respect of human rights, build resilient communities that empower citizens to influence people's security against climate change. The Filipino people, tayo po mga Pilipino ay sawa na pagod na sa sistema ni Duterte. Napakadumi, sobrang nakakahiya na po ang ating bansa dahil sa sobrang kalokohan na pinagagawa ni Duterte. So napapanahon na po para tayo ay manawagan sa kapwa nating Pilipino na we have to vote for BP Leni and Kiko Pangilinan. Tama na, wakasan na, laban bayan, laban Leni. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Shirley Atienza. And now we would like to call in Sir Bobby Young of Alaya Movement.
Magandang umaga at tanghalian po sa lahat. Ako po si Babiang, grupo namin ay Malaya, kasama ko si Ebes, si Amira. Unang-una salamat ako sa mga organizers, sa mga committees dahil dito. At salamat sa lahat, sa atin lahat. Kanina umaga nandito ako, kita ko yung kasayahan ng mga tao, nagkapataan, nagdala ng mga pagkain, masaya sila, nagdala ng pagkain, nag-decorate sila. Isa lang ibig sabihin noon nung nakikita ko, at saka doon yung nag-picture tayo, nandoon yung pagmamahal natin sa bayan. Mahal natin ang bayan, kaya ginagawa natin ito. Handa tayo mag-volunteer, handa tayo magbigay ng pera, handa tayo magbigay natin ng taon dahil sa mahal natin ang bayan. Pari-pariho tayo ng haranganin sa bayan, kaya pinili natin si Leni. May isang sinabi si Leni, pinanggit din natin si Arroyo kanina. Sinabi ni Leni na meron sila na wala ako at meron ako na wala sila. Meron silang marami silang pera, mabundok ang pera nila, lalo na ngayon na nagsama-sama sila Marcos, Arroyo, Duterte, Estrada. Marami silang pera, pero wala silang tao. Wala silang volunteerism. Wala sila yung mga volunteer na nag-iikot, nagpapalugaw. Masaya dahil sa mahal natin ang bayan. Mahal na ang hangarin natin na mawala yung mga korupsyon, mawala yung extrajudicial killing. Kaya kahit na magkakaiba yung grupo natin, mayroong taga Bicol, Merong Malaya, merong isang bayan, merong global Filipinos. Dapat tayo magkaisa. Yun ang panawagan natin. Unity. Magkaisa tayo kasi isa lang ang kalaban natin ay sila. At isa lang ang goal natin. Yung ultimate goal natin ay manalo si Leni, manalo si Kiko. At hindi na makabalik ang mga Marcoses, hindi na makabalik ang mga Duterte, hindi na makabalik ang mga Arroyo at Estado. Yun ang layunin natin. At dapat magkaisa tayo, magtulungan tayo. Yung pagmamahal natin sa bayan, dapat ipakita natin. Tawagan natin, kumbinsidahin natin mga pamilya, kumbinsidahin natin ang ating mga kamag-anak, kaibigan na iboto si Leni at si Kiko. At bakit nga ba si Leni? Dahil nakikita natin yung katapatan ni Leni, yung pagmamahal niya. Naririnig niya yung mga daing ng mga tao na sa laylayan. Naririnig niya yung mga daing ng mga magsasaka, yung Sumilaw family. Naririnig niya ang daing ng mga hingisla, ng mga estudyante, ng mga guro, ng mga negosyante, ng mga profesional. Naririnig niya ang mga daing natin. Kaya si Leni pinili natin. Sinabi ni Leni na ipapatupad niya yung Hague ruling na atin ang yung West Philippine Sea. Hindi sa China. Atin yun. Paglaban niya yun. Ang Pilipinas ay para sa Pilipino. Ang Pilipinas ay hindi para sa China. Kaya, inututin natin yun. Yun. Ang sa unang issue, yung sovereignty. Ang pangalawang issue, dahil din sa war on drugs at saka pag-usulo. Marami nang napatay. More than 30,000 na ang napatay. Mga suspect na napatay. Karamihan nahihirap na napatay. Marami ding napatay ng mga membro ng mga progressive groups, mga aktivista, mga human rights lawyers, human rights defenders, mga doctors. Last week lang mayroong napatay na medical doctor doon sa amin sa Cagayan de Oro. Riding ang tandem yung napatay. Yung napatay. Nagawa ng kami doktor, yung doktor na kapit ang hospital dahil yung doktor. Itigil na. Kaya yung sigaw natin, stop the killing. Itigil na ang patayan. Ayaw natin patayan. Ayaw natin. Kung mayroong mga supig yan, liwin, pasuhan. Huwag ng patayan. Itigil ang patayan. Ang pakatunisyo naman yung sa korupsyon. Mabanggit dito na lang kanina yung tungkol sa inampaya. Maraming mga korupsyon sa panahon nito. Kaya lang, walang nangyayari. Walang nakakasuhan dahil sa culture of impunity. Kaibigan niya ito, mga supporter niya ito, kaya hindi niya ito pakasuhan. Pinaresign lang, yung ba nagre-resign, tapos nire-recycle, na-assign sa ibang departamento. So, yung, bakit galit tayo sa korupsyon? Dahil yung korupsyon, yung pira sana na mapunta sa basic services, napunta sa mga tao na sa laylayan, napunta sa mga magsasaka, sa mga ngingisda, sa mahihirap, sa mga luman, nandoon napunta sa bangko ng mga politiko. Kaya kami, yun din ang ano namin, yung advocacy namin sa Malaya. Yung ang Pilipinas ay para sa Pilipino. Itigil ang patayan, stop the killings, stop the war on drugs, stop the red tagging. At itigil ang korupsyon, itigil ang political dynasty. Kaya ang panawagan natin sa ating lahat na magkaisa tayo. Panawagan natin na kumilos tayo, mag-organisa dahil sa hindi lang sa eleksyon natatapos yung laban. Hindi lang sa eleksyon natatapos. Kailangan natin baguhin yung political structure. Kailangan natin ng social reforms. Hindi lang natatapos sa eleksyon. Kahit manalo si Leni, kailangan pa din ni Leni ang tulong natin. So kailangan natin mag-organisa. Kailangan natin magtulungan, kailangan natin magkaisa. Ang laban ni Leni, hindi lang ito laban ni Leni, hindi lang ito laban, kundi laban din natin ito lahat. Tayo nandito, laban lang ito ng magsasaka, ng mga isda, ng mga lumat, mga estudyante, profesional, negosyante. Laban ito ng sabayanang Pilipino. Ang harangin natin, ito yung vision, ito yung hangarin natin sa ating bansa. Maraming salamat po.
You did it!
So announcement
announcement lang po, nasabi na ni Councilman Rolando Navarro kanina. December 15 po, register tayo sa City Council. Ipahayag natin na sinusuportahan natin ang kanilang resolution na kondenahin ang mga patayan sa Pilipinas at suportahan ang mga human rights defenders natin. Yan ang mga nasa front lines na nakipaglaban kay Duterte sa Pilipinas. Tapos sa December 18 po, National Town Hall, no, inaanyayahan po namin kayong lahat. 9 PM Eastern Time, Zoom po ito. No? 1Sambayan National Town Hall. Kasama po natin ng mga kaibigan natin sa Pilipinas, sila Kiko, Leni, sa isang town hall para talakayin ang People's Agenda. No? Hindi lang po ito tungkol kay Leni, kundi tungkol sa mga reformang gusto natin mangyari sa Pilipinas.
Galing mo. Galing.
Gusto ko lang banggitin sa inyo abiso. Maaari magkaroon tayo ng another pink caravan sa Union County. Tulungan natin si Edo. Papili mo ni Eduardo de la Cruz. Nagawa tayo ng pink caravan doon. At maaari magkaroon na naman tayo ng pag-ibon-ibon dito rin sa Lincoln Park before the election. So yun lang yung dalawang abiso sa inyo. You will know soon. Okay? Thank you.
Yes. So, dapat maghatag pa tayo ng mga mamamayang Pilipino sa ating susunod na caravan. So now, hawak niyo po ba yung mga lyrics niyo? Ito po ay isang magandang awitin na mauukol sa panahon ngayon. Pwede po bang ilabas natin ang ating mga liriko para sa awiting di niyo ba naririnig? Handa na ba kayo na umawit?
Dada!
Yes! Dapat mga Pinoy, singa lang. Pwede tayong lapit dito? Closer po, closer. Yeah, closer, everyone. Napakagandang awitin po nito. Lapit po tayo. Lapit po. Para magkakalapit tayo, ramdam natin ang kantang ito. Harap niyo na po yung lyrics. Oh, wait lang ha. Meron bang nag-record? Napakagandang awitin ito. Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Laura Nicolas Olias and Morris Matillo para sa awiting Di Nyo Ba Naririnig? Woo!
To the tune of, Do You Hear the People Sing? So, kung alam nyo po yan from Les Miserables, sing along. Feel free.
Huwag ka na umiyak.
Nakuha ko rin natin.
Hold on.
Picture after this, ha?
Yeah, lahat ng
Dito.
Naririnig ng bayan na galit. Ibig ito ang Pilipinong di muli paluluting. Dudurugin ang dilim. Ang araw ay mag-aalag. At mga pusong nagtimpi ay maghiliyam.
Kung ay makikibag at hindi matutuwa, nagisingin ang pananatikot, tingin bulag. Kasinungaling ang labanan hanggang makuha. Di nyo ba naririnig? Dinig ng bayan na galit. Himig ito ng Pilipinong di muli palulutin. Lulurugin ang dilim. Ang araw ay mag-aalam. At mga pusong nagtipi ay magliliyam. Ikaw ba'y dadaing na lang himig magmumukmok habang nagpapakasasa ang mga tratang bulok? Isigil ang puso
Pipilitin hanggang pumuto.
Everybody! Dito ba narinig?
Tinig ng bayan na galit, limig ito ng Pilipino, may muli